There you are, generator. Good thing. My God, it's a warm night. It's not that warm enough. You look it up, but it's heavy and muggy. It's been like that for days. I think the fog's finally cleared. Not that I can see anything, but hey. Hello, Nita. we try. We try to be here. Welcome, welcome. Jennifer, Nature Spirit sent me a package, a big box. What a shame. My post mailman came and brought it, and he said, Natalie, I'm looking in the back of his van. There's this big box with my name on it. He said, this arrived at our outlet. He said, today. This is the way it came. He said, something's leaking in it. And I'm going, what the hell? So they put it in a big plastic bag with writings, blah, 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 this post office stuff. I get it in the house. You know what was leaking? A full, it looked like brand new, I guess. A full bottle, but this big. I still have the bottle like that. Maple syrup, it leaked through the whole package and covered everything. What a mess. What a mess. What a mess. What a mess. And I felt really bad about it. But there wasn't much I could do, so I just woke up from a nap less than an hour ago myself. 91, is it, darling? No, my goodness, I couldn't handle that. Hi, Donalyn. Aha, top of the morning or evening to you anymore. Yeah. Yeah, there might be. I'll show you. Hold on. I'll show you the bottle. I rinsed it off. And there might be 2 tablespoons left in the bottom of it. And it covered everything that was in the bag. There it is there. So probably, I had to email her back and let her know what happened. Probably piss her off to know that we have a lot of blueberry operations right here in New Brunswick. We export blueberries as well. Not blueberries, maple syrup, I'm sorry. We export maple syrup all over the world as well. So the biggest one in the world is in Quebec, if I'm not mistaken. Hello, Nisha. Welcome back. Welcome back, my dear. Welcome back. the thing is, the bottle's not broken. I don't even see a hairline crack in it. And when I tested the lid, thinking maybe that's what happened, that maybe it wasn't, it's still leaking. There, right there. I just found it. There's a leak in the side of the bottle. Yeah, I gotta wipe that up. Well, at least I know now the bottle has a hairline crack in it. So, it's too sweet for you, baby boy. You're not getting any of that. You need to get down now. Pad's dirty. You gotta back up. It's my seat, eh? You have to almost literally be up my ass 24/7. It's a damn good thing I love you as much as I do. Right? Kisses? There. There's a kiss for you. Back your little bubble butt back there. Jeez. Yeah, she gave me I don't know if they did that in transport or what. It might have got that box looks like it had been shaken around. Everything was everywhere. Um, so I took a wet cloth and I had to wipe down. She sent 4 packs of the doggy treats that they build and create. 4 bags of that. What else did she send me? A pendant with 2 dolphins on it. She said, I'm sending you a silver chain because I remember hearing you say you had no chains for your pendants. I was like, whoa, that's kind of squirmed a bit. Silver chains are not cheap. Even on sale, they're not cheap. And I opened up this little box, and inside there was no chain. It was this little dolphin pendant. So I don't know if she changed her mind and decided to send that, or she couldn't find her chain, or unless somewhere along the line between here and there, the box was ripped open at a postal outlet, and maybe they stole the chain, and maybe they broke the darn bottle too. Who knows? You know. So, oh, what she did get me, I have to show you guys. Did someone just? Oh, sorry, Jen. I didn't hear that. I don't know why. I know that too. She said the same thing to me. She was going to send things in the envelopes from now on, because it was cheaper. And I was like, wow, that's really brilliant, because she's right about that. It would be cheaper. Um, but here's what she did send that didn't get touched because it was in plastic already. She sent me a bag of feathers. Really nice feathers. Let's see here. I think this is probably from a crow and one from a raven. They could be from others. Don't know. And then there's this one. Very beautiful. Then there's this one, kind of odd looking. Looks like half the feather's missing. I don't know. But just the same. And another tiny little one here. And this one's cute. And a tiny little one here. And I'm using one tonight, and that's the one that I have sitting out here. It gradiates to a darker brown up on the ends here. So she sent those, and they were safe. Can you imagine had they got coated? Oh my goodness. I can't remember what else now she sent. Beautiful card, of course. I emailed her, but they must be really busy harvesting or what they're doing. I don't know. I think it was yesterday, night before I emailed her. So Bear can't get enough of those snacks, let me tell you. Yes, they could be. Yeah. One bowl, but it's this huge. It's huge. It's a great big bowl. I can't use that for smudging. It would have to be one hell of a smudge for the whole flipping block. You'd end up putting kind of fire in that. You'd have to put it with water, you know. But it is a wooden bowl, and it's very nice. I just wish it was one about, with a bottom like that on it. But that's okay. I do have it's probably ordered from Amazon. I got an idea what's coming. Somebody else from the group, we've been online friends for a long time. And she just got it in her that she wants to send some stuff, and one of them, she says, is a bowl. If it came from Amazon, it's probably your typical ones that you see on there. They don't have a real big variety of bowls. I still may, go out and take some of the birch that's knocked down into the woods there, and may cut off. If I could find one big enough, cut it off, and I'll carve it out myself if I have to. So, hi, Corley. I don't know if I got anything or no, I didn't. Okay. I heard a ping, but it wasn't from that. Is my sound turned? Not much sound on a laptop without speakers, I'll tell ya. Nope, it's up all the way. My little speakers that I use on this are way over there, hooked up in the other side of the room. I hate moving them. I hate unplugging them, untangling them, moving them, getting them all untangled again, setting it up. I had a woman just before come on. I only hear from her about a couple, maybe 4 times a year. She lives in Montreal, and She sent me this link to YouTube for a song. And she said, you would sound good singing this. And it's all la française. The whole thing. And there are no lyrics written with it. It's described as one of the most beautiful love songs of all time. It sounded very I listened to it. It sounded very heart aching, kind of a thing. So that was different. Just something different, And somebody else says they're on my friends list. I don't know who they are. I don't know if they're in the group or not. And they sent me a link and they said, for you. I clicked on it, went automatically into like what looked like YouTube. And there was just a blank window, black window with a white arrow play. So I clicked it and it didn't happen. I don't like opening shit through Messenger. I'll tell you that right now. So I just X'd out of it to be safe. Trying to remember other stuff she sent in that all mini lights, the white lights. She sent me some of those. Took them out of the box, wrapped them in. There's a lot of stuff was wrapped in bubble wrap. Wrapped the lights in bubble wrap, but flattened the box and left the box in the box. So I don't know what that was about. But anyways, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to wake up. Well, my hair is so friggin' fine and straight. I can't get it done soon enough, I'm telling you. I wake up. When I lay down and it had a little bit of body to it, I get up and it's just as straight and flat. I hate it. I dug out in the garden today for an hour or two. Of course, I don't wear gloves. And my nails and stuff get so wrecked. It's another thing I want to have done. But I want all the gardening stuff done where my hands are in the dirt before I even think about getting my nails done. Once that's all done, then I can seriously think about it. And I think I heard a dingle. Thought I did. Something came in through the mail. Just gonna refresh it. Okay. Nisha. Oh my goodness, Nisha. Thank you so much for your generous donation here. Wowzers. I'm gonna open it up. PayPal's been running slow. Like there's nobody here but me. So I'm the only one here, and it's still. Okay. Okay, so Nisha, I hope you're up front and center. Nisha's question is, do you see a new job for me in the next 30 to 60 days? Thank you. There's Nisha. There she is. Let me start the smudge. Aren't you the lucky one? You get the first of it. Let's start the smudge. By the way, Jennifer, I found the turkey feather. So I said to Cora, I must have had a brain fart that day because I make a point of putting stuff like that way up now. Don't know what I did. But I found it under the table. Where is it right now? I can't even think. Anyway, he didn't destroy it completely, but just the same, I found it. So I was happy about that. Okay. Oh, I needed this. I'll give some to you guys first. Then I'll do the cards. Oh, I wish we had smell-o-vision so bad. Okay. Let me get my regular cards here. Give them a good smoke. Got the window open beside me. There's no breeze. It's just the air coming in. Makes it look like if you watch the smoke like there's a breeze. There isn't. It's very calm here. It was very calm the other night too. I've got my little fan going. Keep things cool. I'd like a little more flameage, please. I've been having some weird dreams, guys. Oh my God, the dreams I've been having are disturbing. Most of them I can't remember. I just remember the emotion and the feeling that went along with it. I was going to mention it in the group, but I didn't. And I told my son, and he was like, that's nothing. We all know it's coming. Already knew that ahead of time, so you dreamed of. I said, it does mean something. It was the emotions. It was the content of the whole thing, but I dreamt the second wave for COVID had started and come around. And honestly, did I do these ones? Well, it doesn't hurt to do them again. The Oracle of Mermaids. The first one was just a light touch compared to the second one. It was horrible. I felt like I was in my house. I'm standing in the middle of my house, and there was people around me, probably a dozen people, and everybody's talking to each other all at the same time. There's this sense of extreme frustration and panic, but beyond a little more than just panic. People were terrified. And in that dream, in that moment, in my awareness within standing there with everybody was that every one of us knew, family members, friends, and neighbors. But we knew for one person and all the people they know, just about everybody they knew had COVID. It was spreading and it's funny, there was darkness outside the windows. It was an evening. I don't know why I'd have a house full of people in. No idea, because I wouldn't do that, not during a big shutdown. Anyway, the feeling that came with that dream was absolutely, it blew me away when I woke up that I had that dream. Completely blew me away. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to get into Nisha's question here and get a good shuffle up. Hi, Deborah Story. Okay, Nisha. This is for Nisha, and she's asking, is she going to be able to get a job between the next 30 to 60 days? Will she be rewarded with employment? She wants to be working. And you're being very grounded about it and realistic by saying 30 to 60 days, not 3 to 6 days. If you know what I mean. You're being realistic about it. Everything's running and working slower. So, it's funny, the post office isn't, though. Not here in Canada, because they got that parcel from Nature Spirit. Didn't wait very long for it. Didn't even wait a week. It was here. This is for Nisha. She's asking Spirit if you could please be present. Guides as well. Even my guides, you come on in. If Nisha can land herself a job within the next 30 to 60 days, please bring forth some good information. Unless there's something else that you need to know about, this should come up. And if it doesn't come right up in this, then I'll take and use Lilith, not to worry. We'll get an answer. All right, I'm going to cut right here for you, Nisha. What the hell? Oh my God, where are my glasses? You got the worst card in the flipping deck. The worst. It's got nothing to do with your job. Where are my glasses? Where did I leave? There they are. Need glasses to find glasses. All right. Nisha, first thing I want to ask you is, have you gone through something recently, some kind of a loss, heartbreak, gut-wrenching stuff? You got the heartbreak card of tarot. That's what I'm asking. Okay? Were you recently through a funeral, or are you planning on going to one? Because this is a 3. Which means there's people around you. There's a lot of activity you have. Not surprised. Look, there it is. Spirit has felt for some reason this had to be brought up before the job situation. I'll use Lilith here when we're done. We'll get an answer for your question. Anyways, there's the card. And I just got a sense of, because I said, well, that's a 3, so it's a high activity card and number. And I just seen a group of people, and I could feel the word funeral. Wasn't hearing it, I could feel it. So that's why all those people are there. One thing about the Three of Swords, there's one tarot reader on here that I know it was me that said it, and she said she was watching other tarot readers, and then we got to this one, and the three of hearts, the Three of Swords came up, and she found something good in it. There's no damn way. There's absolutely no way that there's anything good about this. Yeah, there is. It's also a card of healing. Here's what I pick up on for you, and for anybody really. This is general. And here's what I pick up on. Because this is the Heartbreak card of tarot, it is also a transformation of going from shock and denial into acceptance. And when that happens, the healing can begin. That's the bottom line with this card. Yes, it's a heartbreak card. It's being acknowledged. So let me bring up the generic side of this card then. Hold on. See, I don't want to say, if you haven't gone through this, then you will be. I don't want to say that to you at all. Okay? The three is a heartbreak card of tarot, but thankfully it is a minor arcana card. It's signifying a transient event that you will process and you will heal from. It often arises to reveal relationship breakups, affairs, and disappointment. The positive side of the card is that at least you will know exactly where you stand. You will see the truth. The three can also signify a stress symptom such as anxiety and fear. The advice: feel the pain, see the truth of the matter. The situation has happened for a reason. Your keywords: heartbreak, sorrow, betrayal, loss, affairs of the heart, breakups, and tears. So, having said that, let's move on to Lilith. We don't stay in those gray, dark areas like that for long. It's not that you're not dealing with reality or trying to avoid it. It's that, yeah, you see it for what it's worth and you're not going to feed that any more energy. Let's move on. That's my take on it. So we want to ask Lilith here about timing on getting a job. Oh, it's a piece of feather. I thought it was a spider for a minute there. All right, Nisha, we're in with Lilith now. Wakey, wakey, Lilith. Wakey, wakey, wakey. Please come forward to address Nisha's question. Will she be finding a job between the next 30 to 60 days? Will Nisha find a place of employment and become employed once again within the next 30 to 60 days? So she will be getting a job. Come on, Lilith, wake up. It's for Nisha, and she's wanting to know, is she going to find a job within the next 30 to 60 days? Become part of the working world once again. How long is this going to take? Will she find a job within 30 days? Is it possible she finds the job within the next 30 days? She's saying yes. Is Nisha going to enjoy the work, like having the job? Wonderful. Could she find a job within the next 2 weeks? Is it possible? No. Longer? Yeah, okay. How about within the next 3 weeks? Will she find a job? Will she be hired for work and become employable again, become employed, and be out in the workforce? It's all going to work in her favor. So this can happen within the next 3 weeks. Thank you very much, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Lilith. Thank you. Thank you. Figured I wouldn't dabble with that too much. Within the next 3 weeks. Oh, Jennifer's got that up there too. Okay, yep, it's going to be 3 weeks. So you got 2 saying it's going to be 3 weeks. So that's a good thing. That's a wonderful thing. You know what I would do to put that vibration out to the universe? I would make sure that I have all my ducks in a row. What I mean by that is that you get ready now as if you're going to work tomorrow. Do you have to have everything ready? Everything. Start living every day like that I could go to work tomorrow. I need to go to work tomorrow. I have to have all this stuff together. I have to know what I'm doing here. That kind of locks it in a little bit. Not a bit, but a lot. It locks it in. Because it shows where your mind and your energies are focused at, which is a wonderful thing for you. What else was I just going to say to you? We have to, if we're able to, if it's within our means, our capabilities, is to, when we're trying to manifest something and bring something to us, we have to in some way put our own feel and our own spin on things, being ready for it. So, you know, if you needed new footwear, you'd go buy some footwear. You make sure that it's there. You need a uniform. You need books. You need pen, whatever you require, and make sure it's all together, because it tells the universe, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for this. There was I don't know if it was out of The Secret or what book it was out of, but there was a story about this man had been alone for a long, long time, and the man was an artist. And I don't know, he had made these almost like mannequins. They were of women, or he painted them. I can't remember what it was. But every time you've seen any of his work with a woman involved, all you seen was the back of her. The back of her. That was it. You never seen the side, the front, nothing, just the back of her. She never seemed to show up. The other thing was that he was looking for marriage material. So somebody would be moving in with him, get married, they move in with him, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, all his actions didn't speak that way. That's what he was trying. For instance, his clothing closet. There was no room for anybody else's clothes. What he should have done was rearrange things or remove some things and left a nice, big, healthy space for the new wife that was coming into his life. Extra pillows. There were different things that once, and then the paintings especially, he said somebody had said to him, no wonder there's nobody coming, and no wonder you don't know who she is. We're always seeing the back of her. You've got to paint the front of her so we can see, so the world can see, so the universe can see what it is you're asking for. Same idea. And he changed, and when he changed, he made the room in his closet. He fixed the bathroom up more feminine. He made feminine touches. He started painting the women straight on. And before you know it, somebody had come into his life. So there you go. You're more than welcome, Nisha. That was interesting. Thank you very much, Nisha. Okay. Thought I heard another tinkle. Come on. Facebook. Why are you running so slowly? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tabs open, and they all have to be open in order to do a live stream. I wish I could shut most of them down. So you didn't take me back where I need to go. I need the summary for the list, please. There. Terry Sandia. Just a general card for Terry, I guess. Hello, 101 Genos. Hi, Claudia. Welcome, people. Terry, I gotta know you're up front and center, hon, just so I know, so you don't miss the reading. You're reading here. Terry, the mothership's calling you. Terry. She's either walked away or she's lagging really bad. I don't know. Come on, Terry. Okay, Terry, just wanted you to make sure you were here. You want a general card just to see what the flavor for the rest of the month's going to be, maybe. Let's see here. This is for Terry Lynn. General card, whatever you feel she needs to know. Spirit, please bring that forth within the tarot, within the tools. Please bring forth what Terry needs to know. She's open to whatever you bring forth. I don't believe it. I hear an airplane. You don't hear them because of all the quarantines and everything. That's the first airplane I've heard in a long time. And they all cross here because St. John Airport's like in that direction, so they always go over the house. Jumbo jets and 747s and everything. Well, we've got the Six of Cups for you, Terry. It's a card of reflection, and I'm saying an emotional level as well. Okay? The sixes, of course, you probably already know, Terry. They bring and they introduce and they have you realizing, if you haven't yet, but you need to realize that you've got a more balance and harmony around you in your life than maybe you even realize. Okay, that's what's going on here. That's one thing for you, anyways. It shows you looking back, might be before moving on as well, to make sure that all your ducks are in a row, you might say. Hi, Regina. Welcome, welcome. This card shows up for you here, Terry. Your past is coming back to life because somebody from your past is returning, coming back to you, back into your life. This may be an old friend, or it could be an old flame. Equally, you may find other ways to slip back into the past again, the safe haven of your former years. Through reminiscing over old times or enjoying the company of even children. Creativity and play are highlighted here. You could be returning to a favorite childhood place as well. And in relationships, you will find a sense of peace, security, and comfort is what's being brought forth by this card. The advice: enjoy reconnecting with the happier aspects of your past. This will energize you, entertain you, and make you feel inspired and restored for the future as well. Keywords are friendship, visitors, happiness, comfort, childhood memories, protection, and play. There's an extreme lightheartedness that I'm feeling going along with this card. Also, Terry, I don't know if it means anything to you or not, but somebody's coming back from your past. You're going to be very happy about it. One little reason, because, and this happens in life, whenever this person, whoever they are in particular, whenever they were in your life, everything became better. Things became easier for you. There's a sense of ease. This person brings it and you absorb it. You absorb it. And you're thinking to yourself, I've always felt good when they were in my life, when they were around. Life was just that much better. Could be male, could be female, I don't know. But this person always has carried this energy with them, and you are always affected by it. This leaves you with a very optimistic and a very lighthearted view, is what it does. So, and it's probably going to bring about some, not just some, it's going to bring, I'm feeling this, some kind of a major change in your life for the better. That's what's going to happen here. So, if that's okay for you, this is a good thing. I'm not feeling it's a past love. I'm feeling it's more on a very strong friendship connection. They've been gone a long time and now they're back. There's the message, and your life's about to improve and get better all the way around because they're back in your life again. So, I hope that was okay for you, because that's what you've got to look forward to. There's somebody coming back, and it's going to work in your favor, and it's really a good thing that they are. Thank you so much, Terry. It's always a pleasure. Let me see who's next on our list here. Come on, PayPal. It's funny, PayPal's wouldn't normally be like this slow. Okay, Claudia Gonzalez is up next. Evan Good, you're after Claudia. Okay, Claudia first, and then you, Evan. Come on, take me there. Okay, no question. What's your question, Claudia? We want you up. There she is. I'll be able to do more next week for another live. That's fine. What you sent is acceptable, yes. I just would like to know if my current employer will be successful in decreasing your salary. And she threatens you with this. Oh my God, what kind of an employer do you have? I would just like to know if my current employer will be successful in decreasing my salary, which she threatened me with. Oh my God. How can people be so mean during these times? And that's somebody really taking advantage of this situation. You know, knowing they could threaten to cut your pay back to the point where you quit, but are you going to quit? Because once you quit, are you ever going to get another job during these times? That's a big fear for a lot of people. Have faith in this, and I've seen it. I was lucky that the universe seen fit for me to witness karma in action. Hers won't be pretty, because it's going to come back on her, what she's doing right now. She's on a power trip. She feels she has more power over her employees than ever. And all she has to do is threaten to fire them, or threaten to cut their pay back, or do whatever she feels. Oh, I'm starting to shake inside. This is upsetting. This is upsetting. Karma's a force to be reckoned with, let me tell you. And karma will fix her later on. And you know what you do? I've done the same thing. or I looked at somebody or said something, and they had done something to me that was uncalled for, or something negative, right? That has maybe hurt me or upset me. And I go, that was just wrong. That was wrong. And then I knew, within a moment, I knew karma was going to be paying that person a visit. When they did, it wasn't going to be pretty. If I was to feel anything in that moment, I forced myself, okay, all right. Whatever karma puts them through won't be as bad as what they put me through, so I'll feel sorry for them. They can have my compassion and my pity now before it happens. That's what you do. It won't be good. She be liable if she's working under a company name for a company, she'll lose her job. If it's her company, she's going to lose her company. She's going to be hit hard. Put it that way. Put it that way. Usually what happens in the normal world, let's say a restaurant's closing down and they were popular. They had excellent wait service, the whole bit, waitresses and cooks. And I'll tell you what happens. Another restaurant will go in. I've seen it happen. I've had it happen to me, offered a job right off the floor. I liked my job. I made good money where I worked. We were a high-end restaurant, fully licensed, and the whole bit. It was very popular. There'd be people lined out outside the doors waiting to come in and get a table. And one night this Asian man came in with two Asian women, and he said to me, he said, where do you serve? And I said, tonight it's this section, and I pointed it out. And they took a table. And I waited on them, took their order, waited and waited and waited. And then they were done. I said, if there's anything else I can get for you other than your check. And he says, just one moment. He said, well, yes, we will take. And he offered me, you're one of the best waitresses I've ever seen. You do it so well. Why don't you come work for me at the Bamboo East? It's an Asian place. Very pretty inside at the time. I don't think they have that these days, but it was popular as well. And it happens. They knew that this place would close. Where was the staff going to end up at? He was in there to pick the best of the best is what he was. So that happens. This could very well happen. Very distressing. Very much so. But even if word gets out she's doing this to the employees, threatening them with pay cutbacks and less money per hour, less money per week, if another company finds out about it, they may start rubbing their hands together going, oh my, what a wonderful advantage. Let's go over there. Let's try to catch with a few employees. You may be offered another job before anything even happens with the one you're in. That can happen too. More likely to happen than not happen, I'll tell you that, just how it feels right now. I'm going to cut the deck here. You don't lack ambition, that's for sure. Let me scroll back. This is why we'd like you guys to keep your notes in with your donation in the notes section, because now I got to scroll back. Let me see. Okay, I just had to see what the specific question was. So, the King of Swords is the card that came up for you here, Claudia. Okay. It is of the swords, but swords are not always bad. They can be intense. They can be intense. There's no getting around that. And what you have here is the wonderful king. He represents ambition, and ambition is not a bad thing, okay? This man is clever, and he's often a strong leader in a professional career. This can be a person in your life here, Claudia, or it could be an energy, all right? He's a great strategist with charm and ambition, but can exert pressure too. And he's impatient to succeed. He can be relied upon to offer calm, logical judgment. Another meaning is that legal issues are going to need your attention just now. If this king comes up as the EU card, if you're resonating with this, You're to take a logical approach. This is a time for mental agility rather than emotional. All right? So you got to be logical, grounded, and don't let emotions rule and run you or drive you. All right? The advice, look at all the facts before you make any decision at all. Why is there a June bug here? It's the middle of July. You get off my window. Ugh. Look to the facts before you make a decision. Keywords are fairness and balance, indecisiveness, decisions, strength, justice, and support. Somebody may report her for what she's doing, and there could be some unfamiliar knocks coming on her door to deal with this. That's part of it. Let me get Lilith. I'm going to ask her so we get a straight yes or no for you, all right? But this is like almost like a third party outside of what's going on. I got a feeling she's going to be paid a visit. It will have to do with legal ramifications that what she's doing is bad. The person visiting her could cut her right off at the knees and ruin her, is what could happen. But to try to do that without affecting the employees, there's the thing, right? But let's find out what Lilith is going to say about this, if she's going to be successful or not. This is for Claudia Gonzalez, and she's asking if her employer, her boss, has been threatening to decrease her salary, not increase but decrease it, like a power game over Claudia. Is the boss going to be able to decrease Claudia's weekly earnings as the boss is threatening to do? Will the boss be successful in giving her less money to work? She won't. So Claudia is okay as far as her wages are concerned at the moment. Karma going to pay a visit to the employer? Well, you're not going to tell me, are you? Yeah, that tells me she will. Will the scales of justice in the humanic sense, will the scales of justice be restored for Claudia? This is wonderful. She's going to continue working for this company for a long time yet. Oh, wow. I just felt it right in my gut. Okay, you're going to be all right. But what I felt in my gut, there's one of two things are going to happen. She's either going to buckle under the strength of the law, and she'll be more scared than you are right now. She may be released, sent off into the netherworld somewhere, and you could end up with a new employer who would be more humane, more easy to deal with. So one of two things is she's going to go through something for what she's been doing. One way or another, she's going to pay for it. Even if nothing changes for her, but the pure hell she'll go through out of the scare that she's going to experience. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Hi, Junie. So she's not going to be cutting back. She's not going to be cutting back your wages, your earnings. She's not going to do that. And just the very fact that she tried to and was more or less taking advantage of her position of power. The very fact that she put those actions out there by a threat, she's going to pay for that. It's going to come back on her. Okay? I hope you're okay with that. You're going to be all right. You really are. And if she doesn't get the scare of a lifetime, she's going to be removed anyway, and somebody new is going to come in. Way better to deal with, because Spirit is saying you're going to be working at this company for some time to come yet. You're very welcome. Thank you for coming in and sharing that with us as well. Is that right, June? I don't know. Junie just came out, and I even realized I went, well, her name's June. She might not like that. Okay, let's see who's up next. Let me take a boo here. My God, I can't believe. The same kind of feeling with what you're going through, Claudia, is almost like what it feels like for people to have racism against them. It's the same thing. You're being treated like shit because you're an employee. You're being walked on, stepped on. You're not good enough. You're not up there or there. You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of a thing. Horrible feelings. Horrible. So, next up is Evan. If you're up front and center, let me know, Evan, so you don't miss your question in your card. Thanks, Jen. Am I going to be very successful in my career? Is Evan's question. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you, Evan. I can see you now. Evan is asking, Spirit, am I going to be very successful in my career? Is Evan going to be very successful in his career? I'm going to cut right here. What? Why? Why? You got the vortex, same as the devil in the Rider-Waite. The card represents temptation. Temptations that are not good for us. This could be addressing something else entirely, all right, in your work and in your career. This may have nothing to do with it at all. Tarot brings forth, tarot's stubborn that way. It's maybe spirit, the universe. But if there's something else that needs your immediate attention, that for you to be aware of, it brings that forth, ignores your question. But that's when Lilith comes in. We will get an answer for you. Right now, that's what we have is the vortex. This card usually represents, a lot of the time, affairs of the heart, be it yours or your mate's. Bear with me. It's also a card not only of affairs of the heart, it's also a card that represents temptation, as again, I say, nothing that is good for you. Usually any kind of addiction, from food to love to sex to alcohol to drugs to whatever it is, it's not good at all. Not at all. And the thing is, you may be under the impression of something. You say, well, it's okay. It's all right. Tarot's here to say, no, it isn't. Stop making light of it. Start taking it more seriously. So, the vortex is revealing that you have become trapped. You may be enslaved by a job, a financial contract, or even to love and lust. The common meaning of the vortex, as I said, is affairs. The situation means that you feel that you have little power and that another person or parties or addiction has more control over you. You may be feeling attracted to a person or a situation that is not for you. It will not bring you anything good, and you need to know that. For this reason, an additional meaning of the vortex is addictions to substances or to love itself. However, here's what you need to listen to. If this resonates with you in any area of your life, Evan, any bondage you're feeling is nothing more than illusion. It's an illusion that you're overwhelmed by. It's not even real. It isn't. You can decide to break free here anytime you choose. And you know, Evan, when you put your mind to things, I'm hearing this, when you put your mind to something, you don't do the dance 2 or 3 times. Once. Your willpower is that strong. that if you need to break away, break free, turn your head, whatever, you'll do it once and only once. You won't spend weeks, days, and months on trying to, because you're not success. You just, if it's a drug addiction or something, you go cold turkey, boom, there, the problem's over, it's done. I'll deal with the fallout, but I'll get through it. That kind of an attitude. This is not good for me. I will get rid of this. I will drop this. I will kick this to the side because I'm worth more than that. And you know you are. You know that you are. Like I say, this could be a bad relationship or a bad friendship, a negative influence from somebody else onto you, and it's all an illusion. You are in a place where you have the ability, Evan, to take back your power. You can do this. You can take back your power. You can choose to be free whenever you want. But remember, bondage is nothing more than an illusion. Somebody playing mind tricks on us, having us looking at things a little off kilter, but we don't realize it is. Oh, people are evil at times. The advice of this card for you, Evan, if you decide it's time to break an agreement or a habit, do it. It will be easier than you think it will. Don't let your circumstances dictate who you are. You take back your power. Your keywords are choices, contracts, control, power, affairs, restrictions, and addictions. Let me get out Lilith and see if we can get a straight answer to your question. Oh, my hands. I should learn to wear gloves when I garden. They're a mess. All right. We're still within the parameters of Evan's one card and his question. And his question is, will he be successful in his career? Is Evan going to be a success in his career? Without a shadow of a doubt, the answer is yes. She has a little bit of high energy going on with her here as well. That's a good thing, Evan. Evan going to go far in his career, at least to his own expectations. This will provide a good life and existence for Evan as well. She's saying yes. Yes to everything. It feels good too. It really does. That's beautiful. So there you go, Evan. The answer is yes, you will. And you will go further than maybe than what you thought. You'll be quite happy and quite pleased with yourself. Hi, Kathleen. So, Evan, it looks good. I don't know what this was all about. I'm not going to question. That's your own private business. So, but as far as your career goes, yes, you're going to surpass even your own expectations. How wonderful is that? You'll be saying it down the road. You know, there was a point, there's a line there that I wanted to hit and I wanted to get to, and that was my goal, was to make it that far, and I never thought I'd be way beyond that. So it's going to turn out better than what you think it is. Remember that and tuck that in. Remember, don't let other people play mind games with you or try to convince you of something that takes away your power. You know, somebody saying like, oh, what would you want to do that for? You're never going to get anywhere with that. What do you, no, 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 no. The only one to stunt your belief in yourself is yourself. So you can't let other people do that to you. But you are going to go far beyond what you even expect for yourself, and that's just a fantastic thing. So, speaking of PayPal, let's open up and see. Thank you so much again, Evan. I got to go back, see the list. Oh my God, it's slow. June. June Ortiz. Thank you so much for your generous donation. I'm just going to peek and see if your question's already in here. Just a general card. Okay, all I need is you up front and center, June. So you're here, are you, June? You're up front and center while I do a general reading for you. Just say yes so I know. Wonderful, June. Thank you. There we go. June's on board. I'm on board. Everybody's on board. Let's see what's going to come up for June. Oh, if I took the bottom card, look what you would have gotten. My favorite guy, the Magician. I love him. So, okay, what's up for June? What does June need to be aware of? What's coming June's way, even? I tell you, the spirit world has felt heavy around me for the last 2 days or so, especially today. That's why I laid down and had a nap. I said, I am tired. So, fresh air all afternoon gardening. I said, I've got to lay down for a little bit before I read. The energies were heavy. You know, when you're in touch with nature, it takes you one step closer. You're getting your hands dirty. You're creating new life. You're planting seeds and whatnot. That's what it does for me anyway. General card here. General reading for June Ortiz, please. What does she need to know about? What she needs a heads up on? Some enlightening, some questions answered, maybe. Hello, Linda. Bon nuit, Linda. Yes, I got away from it for a couple years, but I think my spinach is starting to finally come up, but I had to resort to those little peat moss cups. You put the soil in plant, you can put it right in the garden, in the dirt, and it's biodegradable. I thought that was the best way to go. The first round, I think I buried everything just a tad too deep and nothing was coming up. So I said, all right, turned the soil again, pulled out some weeds, did a whole bunch of those little peat moss things, and hoping for the best. I barely covered. They're just covered enough you can't see the seed. That's it. They are not buried deep at all. They're just covered by the dirt. That's it. Something has to come up. Has to. So I was rearranging some today. I've got a little herb garden, and it's got a ton of sage plants growing in it. They'll be getting moved around a lot, I'm sure. We'll run out of room. This is for June. We want to know what's coming up in June's life. What's coming up in June's life? I'm going to cut right here, June, for your card. What? You're kidding me. I don't reshuffle because Tarot's taught me many times over. I've seen me reshuffle the deck 3 times and get the same card every time. This card just showed up here. One before last. 3 of Swords. The Heartbreak card of Tarot. Yeah, June, always right. What's going on? I always used to like to talk in the past that something's already happened. Maybe this is yet to happen. I don't know. Trouble. The trouble being explained with this card, it's emotional. Emotional heaviness, emotional weight. Oh my God, June. See, when I let ego come forward, and I don't check myself to say, is that intuition or ego? I just kind of go, I thought I was going to pull a good card for you. I really was expecting a great card to turn over. This is horrible. Card of high activity, though. It being the 3 and all. The card shows a very heavy heart. Somebody very emotionally wrought, as they say. It's the heartbreak card of tarot. It shows a letdown. Has it really, June? Okay, if it makes sense to you. But there's a big disappointment, a heartbreak, a heartache, a letdown. Something that you thought was one way, you find out it wasn't at all. Furthest thing from reality. You can't stop what's it's like a tidal wave coming at you. You can't stop it. Blows you away, bowls you over, as they say. Feeling like the wind's been knocked out of you. Not seeing this coming, not expecting this coming. That's what I'm feeling for you with this card anyway. So it's a totally different meaning to the last part. The cards always do that. They bring forth something different and original for everybody that gets the cards. But this, I feel, is, okay, you've heard the term, rug being pulled out from under you. That kind of a feeling. I didn't see this coming. Didn't know this was going to happen. Had no idea. And now you're just stunned and you're shocked. And you're thinking, if this is all true, this is terrible. And you feel that there's an ache. There's an ache of some kind. And it's completely things out of your control. You can't influence the changes. You can't influence anything, yet you're affected by it. You can't change anything, but you're being affected by it. Don't know what that is. So, the good thing about this card is that it is a minor arcana, which lessens the degree of the power and the influence of this, okay? It's signifying a transient event. You will process this and you will heal from it. It often arises to reveal even relationship breakups, affairs, and disappointment. The positive side is that at least you'll know exactly where you stand. You will see the truth. The 3 can also signify stress symptoms such as anxiety and fear. Feel the pain. See the truth of the matter. So you need to do, the tarot is telling you, once you see the truth, you need to deal with it then, immediately. You don't tuck it away for later. You have to deal with it then and in the moment. The situation, by the way, whatever it is, it's all part of the divine plan, divine timing. It's happened for a reason. However you identify this, it happened for a reason. There's a reason that's driving the force with this, okay? I'm very sorry, June. Here's your keywords, my dear. Heartbreak, sorrow, betrayal, loss, affairs of the heart, breakup, and tears. Those are just a few of the words. Doesn't mean you're going to break up your marriage or your relationship. It could be something else entirely. Whatever it is, it's not something within the scope of your reality. It's not even part of it. It's not anything you've even had an inkling about. This is a surprise, somewhat of a shock. That's probably what it is, Junie. This is hard, cold reality. It's that expression. This is going to hurt me a lot more than it hurts you, kind of a thing. And it's going to shake you up a bit. You're not going to be happy about this, but you're stronger than that because you'll be telling yourself, I have been through hell and back. Hell keeps throwing stuff at me. Go ahead, bring it on. That's going to be your bring it on because I can take it. I can take it. Doesn't mean I'm going to shut down inside and feel nothing. Oh, I'll feel every little smidge of everything. But I'm a survivor. And this is all going to pass. And it is going to pass before too long. When you'll start to go through, as the card described, that transient change, bringing a change upon you in your life overall. All right? And the transient change is something you'll slowly go through. And when you get to where you're going, it's going to be a wonderful day. This will work into wonderful. I get like that too. And I say, can you throw any more crap at me? Go ahead, throw it. I've been through worse. Throw it. Go ahead. I'll deal with it. Just another delay. That's all it is. But I'm eventually going to get to where I want to be. Just that simple. So that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do. It's going to be bringing about a big change for you. That is the truth. That was interesting, Junie. Thank you so much. Let me go back into my list if I can manage to get there this year. Goodness sakes. Okay, TOG. Oh no, it isn't. Winter Hurdle. Winter Hurdle is next. Winter Hurdle. And as I got your question in front of me, Winter, if you're here. Hi, Carmen. Yes, June, I do. That scared me, gave me the creeps. Really, it did. Your pastor, that whole story with, yeah. So where is Winter? That's right, and your faith. Make a good, heavy dose of faith. Nothing can penetrate. Nothing. Samantha, are you Winter? I always ask for blessings over this whole property. I imagine a very large, pure white, yet transient dome that has no beginning and no end. There are no seams, there's no anything. It's one pure white, transient dome. It even goes down deep into the earth. It covers everything in this property. And the intention behind that is that harm comes to nobody. No harm comes to anyone that resides within the dome. And for the light and the love and the spirit of the universe to protect every heart that beats within it. And I take it as that. So, makes me feel better anyway. So, okay. Yeah, there's not, Jen. There's no question at all. No, they have a question. Winter Hurdle. WYNTER. Winter Hurdle, where are you? They do have a question. My God. I'll give them another minute and then we'll move on. There's one more. And we'll do the next one, is what we'll end up doing. I don't know. I don't know where they're lagging really bad. Either one. Either one. They do have a question, though. That's okay. Not your fault, that's for sure. We'll just wait another moment here. The minute I pick the next name, that's when the person that's been missing, that's when they show up. It happens every time. They are. Some nights are like that, Annie. I'm sure you already know that, but yeah, some nights are like that. They really are. They're tough. There's a lot of direct honesty coming out from Spirit, and it's just like, boom, right for the gut, you know? So, it's the way it is. Yeah, this was a cup, June, that was sent to me a long time ago by a member. Isn't that pretty? I'm Cancer, but they sent the Sagittarius, so, but still very pretty. It's bone china. It's made for tea. So, all right. I'm going to move on to the next person. Hopefully, Winter will show up soon. Let me bring this one up. I'm just going to open it up. Oh my God. Will you hurry up, please? Be nice. Open. Tog Photography. Tog. TOG Photography. Oh my God. What I tell you, the minute I call the next person that they show up. Okay, we'll do Tog first. I'm sorry, Winter. We kept calling for you. I mean, long enough that I moved on to the next and I just called her. So I'm going to do her. Okay, Tog. How does your upcoming year look? All right. Don't go anywhere, Winter. You're next. Don't go anywhere. How does Tog's new year coming up? Birthday's coming up. What's the next following year going to be like for Tog? And give it something in general direction in that way. Maybe it's something that's important that's going to come up she has to work with or deal with. Changes, maybe. Okay, Tara. One more, and then I'm going to cut the deck. One more run through here, and I'm going to cut the deck. I don't want to see another repetitive card. That just... Brrr. All right, I'm going to cut right here. See what comes up for you, Tara. Boys, I tell you, the swords are ruling the readings tonight. Ten of Swords is what has come up for you. Right off the get-go, because your new year is starting for you, there's going to be some things that are going to come to an end before you can proceed to the future and moving forward. All right? Hey, Sarah. Welcome. So, that's the first thing. Some things that you need to let go of and move past may not be very pleasant. They're not life-altering. They're not life-changing. They're not devastating. Just some little things that are and have been not the most pleasant to have in your life and the most pleasant to deal with. Okay? So, let's see here. Bearing with 10 of Swords. These are decisions you have to come. Good night, Annie Mar. Thank you for being here. The 10 is the final number of swords in the summing up. It is the summing up. It's an ending, sometimes involving some degree of drama. This can come as a shock or as a relief. As you see the situation or the relationship, whatever it is for you, that you're seeing it for what it is, or maybe what it used to be. And right now you're seeing that it cannot develop and it cannot grow. However unwanted this card may seem, when it arrives in a reading, one thing it does do, it tells you the truth. And it actually helps you to see what needs to be released. So the honesty begins within yourself. Facing things that maybe you're not crazy about facing, things that have just kind of been lingering in your life and you've not really dealt with them. You just know that they're there. This is where you have to face up. And you're going to have to get rid of some things in your life, move on beyond some things in your life. The advice, you are to walk away and to let go. Focus on the present rather than dwelling on your past. And maybe that's your starting point. All right. And your keywords are completion, release, drama, transformation, victimhood, truth, and shock. That's what's going on. It's almost like your life is a closet. And there's some things within that closet that are cluttering up, getting in the way, holding you back, holding you down. Whether you think it is or not, it is. It's having some kind of an effect on you. There are a few things, not just one, not even just two. There's like 3 major things here that you have to work on clearing out of your closet, getting rid of it. It's just taking up valuable and much needed space in your life, and it doesn't deserve to be there, whatever that is for you. So that's going to be your challenges. Bear with me just another moment. The transition between these things being in your life and them being out of your life, the transition, getting to that, it's not going to be as difficult as you think that it is. It's just some dirty work, and somebody's got to do it. You got to clean this stuff out of your life, whatever it is. People, situations, habits, anything like that that should not be within the realm of your life, you need to kick it to the curb. It's not going to be as hard as you think it is. Then you get a fresh start in different areas of your life after that. You see the benefit very quickly of clearing these things out. Now the goodness is coming in to take the place of these things that are stagnant, they're old, they're stale, there's nothing good about them. There's nothing why you should be keeping these things in your life. You've got to clear them out and get rid of them. However you do that, it's up to you. Ask the universe for help on that to ensure that it doesn't come back into your life again. So you've got a job to do. It has to happen really soon, kind of right away, in a way, kind of right away. So you've got to clean your closet of life out and leave room for the good. All right, because there is some good coming for you. You're going, like I said, you get the benefit. You'll see it really, really quickly, which will empower you and make you smile and strengthen your belief within the universe as well. So, okay, I think winter is next. And I remember the question. Why is C ghosting me? Is the question. I'm waiting to get back into winter's question. Come on, Facebook. Be nice. Play nice. Play nice. Winter hurdle. Why is C ghosting me? Okay, Winter, are you up front and center? Oh, there you are. Wonderful. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Tara. Best wishes to you and happy birthday. Why is C ghosting Winter? Why is C ghosting Winter? What's going on here? Bring some enlightenment to Winter on the actions and the reasons behind the actions for what C is doing to Winter. She wants to know why. Why is she being ghosted from Winter? Okay. And the card that's come up for you is the Page of Wands. Not a bad card. Creativity. I'm not sure which way to go with that. I'm just waiting for something to come in here. This page is very charming and very chatty, and he brings you great news about creative projects, travel plans, and new work. In relationships, he or she reveals a very fun flirtation. Another meaning of the card is the influence of a creative person, a writer, an actor, an artist, a dancer, or musician, cover any of the arts. Or you could just be discovering your own creative potential. The advice of the card for you. Now is the time to express yourself, be it in words, pictures, dance, music, or through any other creative pursuit you may enjoy. And the keywords are messages and travel news, communication, new work, expression, transition, and entertainment. But I heard something here looking at this card, and I don't know whose favor it works in, yours or C's. But either C felt that they were going to be holding you back, getting in your way of your dreams, your goals. They don't want to be the one responsible for that. But they felt like they weren't bringing any real true value to your life. If that's not it, then it's the other way around. They felt that way about you, that you were holding them back. You were getting in their way. It works either way. You probably a better way of answering that question. Creativity being stunted, growth being stunted, either your side or theirs. You're doing it to them or they're doing it to you. If they're doing it to you, it's because they didn't feel like they were bringing any value into your life. If anything, they were devaluing your life. They would end up holding you back and getting in the way of what it is that you are, looking to attain in your life. That's a weird thing to say. That somebody would leave you because of that. They felt like they were going to hold you back. Or it could be that whatever you've got on the go or whatever your dreams are, they felt there wasn't any room for them in your life. They could be very immature about it all, very sullen. Where am I going to fit in? When are you going to have time for me if you do all that? Well, I'm pulling the hell out of here. It could have been that as well. Any of these things make sense to you would be your truth. Absolutely, for sure. Okay? And wands always, they represent the practical things in our life. Well, like careers and dreams, creativity. They're all practical things. But it's either you were standing in the way of their dreams or they were standing in the way of yours. And they didn't leave nobly inside, even if you didn't see them making the getaway, right? They just stopped. They're very sullen because I get a sense of sullenness, of sucking. Well, we're not going to have time for me. I'm not going to wait till you squeeze me out of your life. I'm going to leave right now. This sort of a thing. So their pride. They're worried about their future pride, their ego. They feel that's what it is. They feel that you're not going to have the proper time to invest in them. All they heard about and know about are your dreams and your goals. What they heard loud and clear was you never said where they fit into those dreams, into those goals. They're feeling shunned in a way. But that's their perception. That's not what you're putting out there. They are the type of person that needs and wants to be number one at all times in your life. Not yourself, not your career, not your family. You know, they need to be number one in your life. And if they can't be number one at the top of the chart, then they don't want to be part of your life at all. If that makes any sense to you at all, because that's what I'm picking up on. Their ego, their pride. You were not going to have them at the top of the list of your life anymore. That they felt like they were going to be knocked 2 or 3 paces down, sort of a thing. Their pride. They took their pride, was wounded, and they left. Pretty much that's it right there. When talking about your future, maybe not once did you ever include them in that. You just assumed that they'd be there and they already knew that. But in their head, the way their mind works, they've got a big ego. And they're like, there's no room for me anymore. So I'm going to leave now while I still have my pride intact. So I hope that helps you out. It gives you a little more insight. I'm also feeling, go ahead and reach out to them in any way that you can and straighten that out if they mean that much to you. And then you can clarify and be more concrete on where they fit into your life. They need to know where they're going to be at and how much they mean to you. So that's it. Thank you very much, Winter. Thank you. All right, let's get back into the PayPal list, everybody. Boy, there's some strange readings here tonight. Got to get a good card out of all this, though. Come on, give us a good one. They feel displaced, Winter, in your life. They felt displaced. Okay, what we got here? Lori, Willem. Lori's up next, and then it's you, Sarah, after Lori. But Lori, where are you, Lori? Hi, Mary Jane. Good night, Junie. Thank you. Hi, Lori. What's your question? Notice I didn't call you Linda. I got your email today, too. Was it today or yesterday? I got your email. I just haven't gotten around to answering you, but yes, I did get it. Sure thing, Mary Jane. So what's your question, Lori? How will this coming week go for me? All right, let's find out. This is for Lori Willem or Wilhelm. And Lori wants to know how this week is going to go for her. How is this week going to go for Lori? What's coming up for Lori? What is coming up for Lori this coming week that's coming? We are Saturday today. How's the next coming week going to be for Lori? I want a good shuffle here. Bear with me. I give it another run through. I don't like repetitive cards, not only if they're good ones. I don't mind them. Now, how many times do the good ones show up in one reading? You know. All right. And I shall cut right here. And, well, someone's got their ears on tonight. Lori, look what I pulled for you. Look what's come up. One of the best cards, one of the top ones. The Ace of Pentacles, prosperity, is what's coming up with this card for you. You're going to have a really exceptionally good week. That's going to be coming up for you. That's what that card brings. a lot of prosperity, a lot of forward movement and growth, which is beautiful as well. Money is coming to you, Lori. You will be receiving a reward or gift, or you could see an opportunity to generate more income through new work or personal projects. In relationships, this ace is showing stability, and an additional meaning of the card is moving to a new home or using money wisely to invest. That investment could be into a property. Overall, the Ace of Pentacles reveals a very happy, a very stable, a very successful time, hence a really great week. The advice, maximize your good fortune while you can. Good fortune's coming your way, you jump its back and you ride it for all it's worth. Make your money work for you, not you work for your money. You deserve all of this. It's time for you to make some very wise financial decisions in the next coming week. Whatever that means to you, it shows you making some choices and decisions financially. Keywords are beginnings and finances, new job, success, property, security, and creativity. How wonderful is that for you? You got one heck of a week ahead of you, and it's a good one. You ride it for all it is worth. All of it. I just heard you're not going to miss a beat. You're not going to miss a beat. Means you're going to be at the right places at the right times, making the right decisions. There'll be no hiccups. There'll be no holdups. You'll be able to move through the week probably rather smoothly, but at the end of the week, you will have accomplished a lot. For it being such a smooth week, you accomplished some things. Yeah, I know. Poor Lori. I told everybody about that. I didn't tell them who you were. I just said, I'm saying, blah, blah, blah. And then I get it sent off. I'm like, oh my God. But anyways, we got her straight now. And Lori wants another reading. So I got another email from her. I got a couple this week. So they got to be done. I ended up laying down rather than doing them this afternoon. I had to lay down. Anyways, Sarah, you're next. If I'm not mistaken, Sarah Hummingbird. You're up next, Hummingbird. I'm excited for you. That's fantastic. I'm going to get a little drink of pop. Shut that tea thing off. Okay. Hi, Hummingbird. Go ahead with your question while I get myself a little cool drink. Oh, dear. Maybe that. Don't need a big one. Excuse me. Would you steal my grave just as fast? I think not. Give me back my chair, little Lipskin. Move your bubble butt back just a bit. I don't want to sit on you and hurt you, baby. Okay. Anything I need to know in preparation for all the changes I've intended for August. All right. Well, let's see what's going to come up. Oh, homemade strawberry jam. Just the most incredible flavor in the world. It really is. All right. This is for Sarah, also known as Hummingbird. And she's making some changes for August. Is there anything else that she needs to know to get prepared for all the changes in August? Is there anything else she needs to know for getting into preparation for August? What does Sarah need to know? She's making some changes for August. Is there anything else that she needs a heads up on? One more. One more. There we go. I'm going to cut right here. What else does Sarah need to know in her preparations for and the changes for August? The Knight of Swords. Drama. That's what came up. The Knight of Swords and drama. Swords are heavy tonight. Why is that? Swords are the stars of the show, not necessarily welcomed. Knights are a lot like the pages sometimes, and they bring in revelations, they bring in new things, messages, questions, information. This is the action-driven knight. He brings a whirlwind of drama into your life, confrontations, unexpected blocks. Hear that one loud and clear, Sarah. Unexpected blocks, disruptions to your plans, and in relationships, insecurity, and arguments. That could be family stuff. You will have a fight on your hands, and there's little that you can do to avoid the upheaval that it's going to bring. But on the plus side, you'll know exactly with what and with whom you are dealing with. And that kind of gives you a heads up. It gives you a head start. Once you understand the source that you're dealing with and what drives that source, what it's all about, you're better off knowing than not knowing. The advice, you need to avoid being drawn into drama that's more than necessary. So try not to take any setbacks personally, because amongst this mix, it's going to be a fight, but it's their fight. It's not yours. Just don't let yourself get pulled into it. All right? Don't let yourself be pulled into it. Keywords here are battles, confrontation, stress. There's an unstoppable force where if something's going to happen, it's going to happen. There's possible manipulation here, not on your part, but someone else's. You need to keep a heads up about that to make sure that you're not being manipulated. And around you as well as immaturity and instability are some of the words that are around you. This is, give me a minute with the card here, Sarah. Just give me a minute. Somebody's being highly immature. The immaturity shows through the very sad manipulation they're trying to play on you, which is an insult to your intelligence to think that you would even fall for that. They don't think you're smart enough to see through that. But on the other side of that, any interruptions coming are things that are beyond your control, things you weren't expecting to happen. You'll deal with those things as they come up. You may feel frustrated and want to throw your hands up in the air and say, why is this happening? I'm not going through all this work. I'm not. But you will. If you want true changes to take place for the month of August, you certainly will. But that's what he brings. It's not going to be quiet changes. It's not going to be subtle changes that nobody notices. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on in between. Dramatic stuff. I don't know what kind of dramatic stuff. I'm not getting that, but I'm hearing that dramatic stuff going on here. Things that you don't see coming. Things that aren't occurring to you right now that could happen. Be prepared for the unexpected. This isn't going to stop you, Sarah. It's not going to stop you in any way, shape, or form for what it is you want to do. It's just that a few blocks will be put in the way for you to walk around or walk over. Well, sometimes, Sarah, the bigger a deal is, the bigger the crap. That's what it says, your work or love life. That's what it said, but I put it more to other things. I don't feel it's as deep as a love connection. I don't feel it's affecting that. I don't feel it's going that deep. I really don't. These are other things. You could be changing where you work, starting a new job. You could be changing where you live. Changes like this. You could change from being a day person to a night person. I don't know why I'm hearing that for you, but I'm hearing that. Things are not going to change that you want to change. They're not going to change uneventfully. There's a safe way of putting it. There will be some events that go on in there. I know. I know. But that's what he brings. The page is trying to tell you there may be some upheavals in there, but not anything that you can't get through or get, you're okay starting a new career there. That's why I felt like a new job or something on the way, which is good for you, but there could be a few bumps in the road, especially with trying to get through things and get things done like we would normally do under normal circumstances, like minus the COVID, the quarantines. It's friggin' lockdowns. They put the brakes on a lot of things and they painfully slow things down. That may be part of the problem, that things are not going to unfold and happen as cleanly and quickly and efficiently as you think it will. There may be some holdups. So you just have to be kind of prepared for that. It's not the end of the world. Don't give up on your plans, whatever you do. Face those things on as they come to you. It's just a part of life. You'll get through them. You'll deal with it. You will. You'll be dealing with it. You may not be clicking your heels all happy together, but it's going to come your way. You'll be okay. There won't be anything to dissuade you of any kind. Just be prepared. Say anything can happen now. I've got to be prepared for anything going any way. But you are going to reach your goals. That's beyond the shadow of a doubt. It's just that the waters will get a little rough between here and there. That's it. And you'll deal with it. I don't feel any overwhelming foreboding feelings for you or anything. Just irritations. Why the hell did this have to happen? Why is this going on? This isn't helping me. It's slowing me down. I wanted to get there before this. I want these things to go smoothly, and they should have. But things out of your control have interfered. It's just as simple as that. Oh my. Okay, let me check. Thank you very much, Sarah. I want to see how long we've been at this here. What time are we here? 1 hour and 50 minutes. It's not too bad. Okay, let me go back in and see what we got going on here. My dog's licking my ankles. I swear he's going to wear a hole in my ankle. He's all curled up. He's just like going to town on my ankles. I don't know what, they're clean. Come on, PayPal, will you hurry up? Heavens and Murgatories. Why do some things get so slow some nights? Like there's nobody here but me. I don't understand why. Look, it's almost like it's going too long trying to bring up PayPal. And it looks like it may even freaking disconnect if it runs too long. For heaven's sakes. Let me try going through the email, see if I can't get anything there. Okay. Mary Jane, you're up next. I went in through my email. To hell with PayPal. You're asking me, is now a good time to do an official name change to make my name proper? Are you here, Mary Jane? There you are. You're wondering if now is a proper time for you to make a name change. Let's see what we got. Mary Jane's asking, is now the time to make a proper name change? More of a Lilith question, I think, but I'll pull a card anyway just to see what Spirit may want Tarot to bring up for you. Deliberately shuffling these cards a little longer and harder here because of the repetitiveness of some of these cards. I just don't want to see anything else repeat itself. We will cut right here, Mary Jane, see what Spirit is bringing forth through Tarot. Mary Jane's asking, is now the proper time to make a name change? Cut. Why are you doing this to me? Another repetitive card came up again. Look at this. Can you believe it? Can you believe this, Mary Jane? Look at this. The Ten of Swords once again. Okay, in answer to your question itself, this would be putting an end to one name to begin another. You have to close one down. You have to shut it out. You have to put it to the side maybe in order to have the new name change. Making an end to something, putting an end to something. Could this be you going back to your maiden name? Is that possible? Were you married, taking on someone else's name, and now you want to go back to your own? If this is part of it, I don't know. Ow! Baby, Mama's got no fleas around her ankles. Please don't chew me like that. You do understand it. Well, I'm glad it makes sense to you. Boy's that card lately. Oh my goodness. The 10 is the final card of the sword suit. It is the summing up. It is an ending. Usually involves a little bit of drama. This can either come as a shock or as a relief as you see the situation or the relationship for what it was. It cannot develop and grow. However unwanted this card may be when it arrives in your reading, it does speak the truth. It helps you to see what needs to be released. It shows you unfailing truth. At 100%, you know what needs to be done. Okay? The advice for most things like this, you're just to walk away and let some things go. Let them go. Turn your back and keep moving forward. Focus on your present rather than dwell on your past. Don't let yourself hold on to the past. The keywords are completion, release, drama, transformation, victimhood, truth, and shock. Let's try Lilith on this. Why don't we see what she's got to say about this? Where's my selenite? There it is. All right. All right, Lilith, Spirit. Still within the one card parameter for Mary Jane's reading here. Her question is this. Is now the time to make a proper name change that she needs to make? Is now the time for her to make a proper name change? Is this the right time to do it? Look how fast she's going. Look, look, look. That's a big resounding yes from her, Mary Jane. I'm hearing yes. I see paperwork being shuffled around, and it's being done quickly, fast, down and to the point. Issues gone, done, issues gone, completed, finished, just the way you want. So that's going to go in your favor, Mary Jane. It's going to go very efficiently, very cleanly, very smoothly. Now's the time. It's the present time is what's going to work for you, and it's going to be the best time of all. No messing around, no running around, no back and forth, no ifs and buts or maybes. Pretty straightforward. I seen legal papers or paperwork being shuffled around on a desk very quickly, things being signed very, very quickly, this sort of a thing. Good for you. And it's time for you to do that. It is time for you to do that, absolutely. Let me see if we can get PayPal to come up again. That's still... What is wrong with PayPal? Come on now. Jesus, nasty night. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mary Jane. Okay, the next person is Ricardo Cabanas. And I see your question is, what is going to happen to me for the rest of the year? Ricardo, is Ricardo here? Silent 7761. All right. You want a general card. You want to know what's coming up for this new year. Okay. Just bear with me. We give it a real good shuffle and a real good warming up while I talk to the universe up here, too. Could you please bring forth the most poignant thing for Ricardo that he needs to know about? What does Ricardo need to know? The most important, most impressive changes, things that are coming his way. Bring forth the most important that you feel needs to be addressed here. Please and thank you. Oh, Mary Jane, don't do that. You made a big donation. I'll answer another question for you. Don't do that. You don't need to do that. I'm very grateful for you being here. That doesn't mean I'm going to use your ass off either for your money. I'm not going to do that. You made a large donation. You have every right to ask another question. It's fine. As soon as I'm done with Ricardo wants to know what's coming up for the next year for him. Please bring forward some information, some enlightenment, some direction for Ricardo. One more run, then I'll cut the deck. You just get your question ready there, Mary Jane. Here we go, Ricardo. Oh, come on. Guys. Again. Look at this. Again. What is going on? This is on, what is this, 4 or 5 times this has come up? At least 4. Oh my goodness, I am blown away. Oh, you're going to haunt us all night. Ricardo, what's coming up in the next year for you are some endings. You need to manifest some things to end in your life. I got to get over the fact that it's this card again and just go in with the message. You do have to make some endings. You have to end some things in your life that are going to benefit you in the long run. Oh my God. I almost want to take that card and take it right out of the pack. That's how I feel at this point. The Ten of Swords, the Suit of Swords, making itself very well known this evening. Just too heavy and too serious for a Saturday night. But you're going to have to take on some things, and you're going to have to deal with them, whether you like it or not, whether it's pleasant or not. But some things you need to relinquish. You need to let go of. You need to push away from. You need to push out of your life. Old habits, old way of doing things, way of living. Making the load in your life that we all deal with every day. We've got loads that we deal with on our backs, weighing our shoulders down. These are the things that you need to pick up and toss and push away. Your life will become lighter for it, and your life will become a lot less complicated as well. Everything will seem to happen with more ease once you've cleared out the nasties, the things that aren't serving you any purpose. These are the things you may like looking at, you may like thinking that they're a part of your life, but these things are not doing you. There's no benefit. They're taking up much needed room. You need more room, more elbow room, metaphorically, more room to breathe easier. And by removing certain things out of your life and bringing them to an end, it's going to open up a larger, expansive sense of freedom in your life. There's the good part. May feel a little rough and nasty making it happen, a little hard to let go, a little hard to expect change, making change. Change can be wonderful, it can be good, but doesn't mean it was easy to get there. So you may experience something like that as well. Once you put yourself through this and you've cleared out the unpleasant clutter, you're going to be a much more balanced, well-rounded, well-rounded person, more grounded. Living more in the now is very important to you. It's going to be. Reaching out to the spiritual side, the universe, more of a connection going on there, with nothing blocking your way. There's the big thing. You'll be able to um, freely connect with the universe, converse with the universe without anything else getting in your way. This is going to make your life so much better. And after these things are cleared out, you will feel a lightness and a sense of freedom. That's when you can start looking forward to the future and all the new things to come. So in their case, this card came to be something really good. Really, really good. I'm happy for you. I hope that was good for you as well. So, Mary Jane, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Mary Jane? Just say yes. You're very welcome. Silent, you're very welcome. Oh, no. I was going to tell you, Mary Jane, you made a huge donation already. I would have done another question for you. I just heard the tingle, which means that's probably you. And it is too. Oh my goodness sakes. Oh, Margaret. Ah. Go ahead and make your question. I think she's lagging a little bit, Jen. Mary Jane, a little bit. You go ahead and just a general. All right, I can do a general for you. No problem at all. Let's see. And whether it applies or not, I'm going to pull you an Oracle of the Mermaids as well. So there'll be 2 cards pulled. All right. And maybe you'll get something out of that too. Thank you so much. Mary Jane's a very, very generous patron of these mini readings. Very generous. What I see is my power bill getting paid off just that much quicker. So they're being real assholes the way people are now. I won't answer my phone. I just say, yep, I'll look at my bank account, and if there's at least $100 there, I'll look in my cupboard, my fridge, make sure I got everything I need for a few days, then I'll send them the 100. You know, I do it that way. So I don't like owing bills. It makes me so unsturdy. But what's coming up for Mary Jane? Could you bring the most important thing that she needs to know about? Whatever that may be. Dear Spirit, please bring forth for Mary Jane, one of your faithful believers. Care for her well. Care for her well. Whatever's coming forward, please and thank you so, so much, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. On behalf of Mary Jane. Okay. Okay, I'm going to cut right here. Yes, I'm going to cut right here. Why are you staring at me down under there? Just sitting there staring up at me. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, my goodness. I'll even let you come up and squeeze me out of the chair. This was worth all the trouble. Finally. Come on. Come up. There you go. No, you stay behind. You can't be up front. Mary Jane. I hope it's worth it to you. Look what we pulled. Look what came up. Can you see it? One of the best cards, Mary Jane. You got the best card of the night. The 9 of Cups. The magical wish card of tarot. This is a pleasure to bring this card forward for you. I am more than happy, Mary Jane, to bring you this beautiful wish card. It's just 9s in themselves represent intensity, intense emotions, intense situations, intense reactions, intense reality even. Look at that. What wishes have you been sitting on, Mary Jane? What have your wishes been? Has there been one in particular? Because if there is, now's the time for you to go ahead and to make that wish. Right on, sisters. Yippee, 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 says Mary Jane. And Jennifer just puts a whole string of hearts. Loving this card. Can't get enough of it. Can't get enough. The 9 of Cups is known as the magical wish card of the tarot. And when it appears in your reading, you will benefit from love, you will benefit from friendship and support in anything that you do, things like projects. There's going to be harmony at home for you as well. All aspects of your life are going to flourish, and you'll be feeling content and very fulfilled. The only glitch is being a little bit smug. So be sensitive in your enthusiasm to share your good fortune. And another meaning is entertaining and socializing. And you don't need to be flashy with everything going your way. Something in particular that you wish for and it comes out. You let the actions that are going on around you speak for themselves. You don't have to do anything. So the chance of being smug little egotistical, will be 0 to nil. If you let things speak for themselves, you let the evidence, the examples, and people will be stunned into silence, seeing the true activity, the true happening, without question. Something beautiful for you. Absolutely beautiful for you. Everybody's excited. It's the best card all night. It took a long time to get that. Here's your advice. Right now, Mary Jane, Tarot wants you to know you are perfectly placed to manifest what you dream of. So, my dear Mary Jane, you're being told, go ahead and make your wish. All right? Expect nothing but a good turnout and a good response. Your keywords are happiness. Listen to these keywords. Happiness, Mary Jane. Support. Love. Entertaining. Harmony at home. Relationships, one of my favorite words in the English language used in the proper context. The final word on this card, abundance. Of all things that are good. Abundance of love, of health, of wealth. All of it's coming your way. Oh, I bet. But go ahead and make your wish. This is right up your alley. This is in your back pocket. Do it. All right? Put it out to the universe and believe. And take nothing less than the truth that will come your way. It's fantastic. Thank you so much, Mary Jane. Hold on. I was going to pull an oracle, wasn't I? I still got a card coming yet. I'm not done. I don't use them very often. I tend to forget about them, although they're sitting right out in front of me. This is for Mary Jane. Could you please bring forth any information or direction Mary Jane could benefit from? That's what we would like to see. Something's going to benefit Mary Jane's life. Okay, I guess I'm going to cut right here. Let's see. Cut right here. Let's see what we got. Vulnerability. Open your heart and allow yourself to be tender. And there's the card. All right. The number on the card is 39. Let's look it up. Card 39. It's almost at the end. Not quite, but almost. There it is. Got it. Here we go. Okay, here you go. We all need and crave a sense of belonging. It is deep and primal. It is at the very core of our survival instincts. For in tribal days, if we were outcast, we were either left as food for the sharks or we became strong and wise in our hermitage. These challenges and hero journeys within us are keys to inner strength and a sense of belonging to the all that is. And yet, what makes this heroic, what makes this beautiful, is that we can be deeply hurt as much by our communications with others as by our distance from them. At this time, you're being asked to open up, display your wounds after a time building trust, and share the vulnerability within. You are strong, you are a survivor, but you are also fragile too. Deep, intimate connection can only be created by deeply understanding who we are, what we reject and dislike about ourselves, and bringing home and nurturing back to health that which we have forced away. This can require therapy, counseling, and deep vulnerability. The power of the vulnerability is that you break through into freedom, self-love, and attract others with your open heart. It may return from time to time, and it is often a theme in our life. So, if that meant anything to you, becoming more open, more honest, but not before building up truth and faith, right? You're not going to be vulnerable to just everybody and anybody kind of a thing. So, I want to sit back in my chair, and I know you're right there, and you're going to want back up. Come up and stay up, or go down and stay down. Come on. No? Good. You know what I'm going to do? I'm pulling the chair forward because this is hurting me. Like, I love you and everything, but geez. Lay down and have your chewy. Where's your chewy? Go find it. Find your chewies. Where's your treat stick? Go find your treat stick. Little goof. Good. I'm glad you will. It is. It's loaded. Like that last card, especially, like, I really like that for you. I don't like being vulnerable to anything or anybody, but sometimes we pick one person and we let it all come out. May only be the one because of the way we are. Other people want everybody to know their business. Everybody. And I'm one of those people, probably you too, Mary Jane, you want to pick one person to really open up to and be vulnerable with. And showing your vulnerability shows how deeply emotional that you can be, how deep you run, which is pretty deep. So many different things can come out of that, but it's all good. It's all good. Best card of the night, right on, Jennifer. You're very welcome. Thank you so much. Really, really, thank you so, so much. And let's see what here. I got another dingle. My email's faster. Catherine, a general card. Where are you at, Catherine? Make sure that you're here before I pull it. Here you are. Okie dokie. Oh, thanks, Jane. Okay, Catherine. Catherine would like to have a general card. And I hate to say it, I don't know how long you've been in here watching. The star of this reading is the Ten of Swords. It just keeps showing up for everybody. Pretty much all night. I'm not counting anymore. I'm just tired of seeing it. I want to leave it out of the deck, but I don't dare do that. So, this is for Catherine Cross. Lovely Catherine. And she'd like to have just a general reading, please, with the card pull. To bring forth whatever Catherine needs to have brought to her attention, what she needs a heads up about, what she needs to know, or even what's coming at her, what's leaving her. What's coming for Catherine? Thank you so much for the direction and the knowledge and the insight, Spirit. Very much appreciated, Spirit. Very, very much. This is for Catherine. Okay, you're lucky. You didn't have to go through the pain we had to. Over and over. Please don't give me it again. Yay! We got the Two of Pentacles and options. I haven't seen this card in a long, long, long time. A long, 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 long time. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Catherine. Two of Pentacles. I like the number 2. Pentacles are a good suit. The two go together hand in hand. It denotes a really good reading is what it does. This is a card almost of freedom because you're being given options here. And to have options these days in anything these days, having an option is quite valuable. All right? Because we're all so darn limited. And we're told more of what we can't do than what we can do. There's the problem, right? So here we have the 2. The 2 is showing for you, Catherine, a decision is underway. You've considered your options. What are you growling at, baby? I didn't like that growl. Okay, the 2 shows a decision is underway. You're considering your options. You're rehearsing all the possible outcomes rather than taking any action. The choice may concern jobs, places to study, and potential new homes, or where to travel. In personal finances, there are demands on your resources. So you may find yourself juggling income and expenditure in order to balance the books. Here's the advice. Pay attention to the details of any financial agreements or any offers that come your way or you find yourself a part of. Look for the long-term benefits or looking at the bigger picture stuff rather than the immediate gains, the immediate payback, the payoff. Look at the bigger picture. Anything you're getting involved in, you must, there's the big message, anything you're getting involved in, you must look at the bigger picture. You must look at down the road, not next month, not next week, but way down the road. And what kind of an influence is this going to have on you and your life? Your keywords are choices, property, finances, balance, judgment, contracts, and details. So it just shows that you're going to be having to make a choice or a decision of some kind, Catherine. So you may have to juggle some money at one point or another. May have to change your structure of how you use your money. But it's saying if you're going to be spending money, you're going to be using your money to invest it into a property. Invest your money wisely. Not fly-by-night stuff, but long-term, big picture stuff. Okay? So that's your card. But, you get choices, and that's rich in itself. And finding a balance won't be that hard for you to do it all. But making that call, using your judgment, which way do I go? Which direction? You're thinking about that. And you're like, okay, it's going to be a judgment call, and I hope that I'm right. Contracts will come before you, and look for the details in your contracts as well. Thank you very much, Catherine. Much appreciated. So make your decision, make your choices. You're welcome, Catherine. But you'll be all right. I mean, you are going to be okay without much of a problem. So we've only got about 35 minutes left before our final hour is up. So if we don't get any more questions in the next few minutes, we'll cut her early. We'll shut her down early is what we'll do. Just be careful with your money, invest it wisely. But they say chances are in a property. Wow. My goodness, sometimes the nights go fast. These mini readings, Jennifer and I always say 3 hours is a limit. It's enough for anybody. But there are other nights we start to get a little bit too slow. Rather than hold everything and everybody up, we just shut her down for the night. So it may sound like mundane stuff to you right now, Catherine, and I wouldn't blame you. Um, but these things were brought to your attention so that you choose wisely. You slow down, take your time, make sure you're doing what you need to do, cover every little detail as much as you can, and remain open and honest about everything. Always stay within reality and keep your feet on the ground. This will be good. These will be good changes for you, good investments for you as well. It'll pay off, put it that way. And that's it for the moment. There's nobody else in waiting. That's wonderful. That's why I heard the foghorns from the Chance Harbor Wharf. No light. There's one street light I can see across the way. That's it. There's no street lights, but every road has at least one. And I can usually see the street light across the cove. Not tonight. The fog's got everything blocked. That's all I can do. It's black. You can't see the fog. You can't see anything. It's pure blackness out here. And the only thing to block that light is fog, so I know there's fog out there. For the next few minutes, hi Heather, yes we are. For the next few minutes, yes, we're here for about another half hour. If we don't leave sooner than that. Once it gets too quiet, that's when we usually shut down. Jennifer, where you at, Jen? There you are. Jennifer, what about you? Do you need a card pulled? You're welcome, Heather. And what do you want it to cover, Jen? Hello, Heather Leanne. Got two Heathers back to back. Just a general? All right. I'm going to pull a card for Jennifer, everybody, and see how we make out. Let's get another good card here. I'd love to see you, Jennifer, get the wish card. That's what I'd like to see. I'd love to see you get the 9. There's a card I wouldn't mind repeating itself. The general card for Jennifer, please. What's going on for Jennifer? What's coming at Jennifer? She needs a heads up about, needs to be let in on. Please bring forth for Jennifer. Make life a little bit easier. Give it a good mix. No 10 of swords. No 10 of swords, please. We want things like the 9 of cups, or the ace of hearts, or the world, or the wheel of fortune. Yes, Sarah, there's two Heathers back to back. This is for Jennifer. Once more. I'll make sure they're mixed really well. All right, I'm going to cut right here, Jen. The 8 of Wands. Well, of all cards, why this one? Because it seems impossible right now, but it represents travel, which is basically a focal point with Wands anyway. They usually do. So 8, there's a change coming up here. There's a change coming up. Oh, what? What, for heaven's sakes? Okay, here you go, Jen. This is about it. Get the oil away. All aspects of your life, from love to family, work to creative projects, things are going to speed up under the influence of this 8. Delays will be done with, so that just means if there's something you've been waiting for, Jen, there's no more waiting. It's coming your way. Decisions are going to be made. Words are going to turn into actions. Projects and travel plans are going to fire up. And you will find yourself fielding a lot more phone calls and emails and social engagements and more meetings than ever before. This is going to be an exciting time, if a bewildering time, when everything seems to happen at once. And you're going to be in constant demand. You're going to be busy. The advice: take a breath before you say yes to all offers. Choose carefully, and you won't waste any energy or time running in circles. Keywords: communication and speed, news, motivation, action, excitement, and movement. It's a lot of movement, bringing about some changes in your life. It's all good, though. Whatever it is, it's all good. I'm not really feeling and picking up on anything, but it's all good. I know that. This is forward movement. This is growth. This is some things maybe you've been waiting, a thing or two you've been waiting a while for, finally going to unfold and in your favor. So there you go, Jen. Okay, so let's see what we've got back here again. Oh, Catherine Cross, another general. All right. The one coming up after Catherine, so don't go far, is Heather Driscoll. All right. So stand by, Heather. You're after Catherine. So I'm going to pull another card for Catherine, another general reading. Let's see what's going to come up for Catherine. Oh, that's too. We noticed you're not here, Catherine. I was using your mug warmer earlier. It's off now. I switched from tea to some Diet 7-Up. This is for Catherine. Can we get another general, please, for Catherine? Do not give me the same card. This is for Catherine. Whoops. This is for Catherine Cross. Could we have another general for her? Bring something uplifting, something good and joyous. That's what we want. That's exactly what we're wanting. All right, I'm going to cut the deck right here, Catherine. See what your next general card's going to be. Oh, well now. We've not seen this one tonight. We've got the moon, La Lune, illusion. Not everything is as it appears to be when this card shows up for you, okay? And such as in the graphics. This is graphically one of my favorite cards because of the coloring and everything. But in real life, there's untruths even in this picture, in these graphics. We have a full moon, a night with the full moon, a smattering of stars behind the moon, and the beautiful auroralis, otherwise known as the Northern Lights. In reality, okay, with a moon this full, this big, this bright, probably a supermoon in this case, it would wash out the Northern Lights, and you definitely wouldn't see very many stars. You'd see a few. That would be it. So it's misleading. So there's misleading things that could be happening in your life. There could be somebody looking to mislead you. Don't be disillusioned because you're hearing what you want to hear. Be careful of that, Catherine, all right? Don't take on information. Don't take gestures, anything like that, because that's what you want to see. That's what you want to know. That's what you want to hear. You have to get your feet planted on the ground and planted real hard as far as that goes, so that you're staying within the realm of reality, not of what could be or what might be, but within reality. That way, as long as you're grounded in reality, any good that does come your way will be such a pleasant surprise. But don't set yourself up for something that's never going to come your way. It's never going to pass to be. Okay? So that's part of this. Let's see. Thank you, Heather. Let me get out the moon. I'll give you the details as far as the generic side of it goes. But that's what I'm feeling. You know what? And I'm feeling the energies of dishonesty, the energies of manipulation, of being taken in, being led astray are really strong around you at this time. Therefore, you really got to get your feet planted very firmly on the ground and put it right out to the universe, to the powers that be. I'm not someone that's easily taken. I deal with reality and only reality. And that's what this is all about. You have to be a hard nose, is what I'm hearing for you. The moon is watching you. It's questioning what you see. It's wondering why you're focused in on something. Why is she focusing on that? And the card's asking you, can you see beyond illusion when doubt and confusion threaten to overwhelm you? A situation or a relationship may seem very appealing under the romantic light of the moon, but will it stand the test of time? Is there any permanency to it? Your intuition may be telling you that everything is not as it seems. And another meaning of the card is that hidden fears and old memories could surface as you work your way through an emotional block. But you're strong enough to get through this. The advice: give yourself time to work out the best way forward for you. Your intuition holds the answers that you seek, so pay attention to its messages through your feelings and your dreams rather than rely on a logical approach to a problem. That's what the cards suggest. I would never say that. I would always say, don't count dreams and rely on your logic, is what I always say, but the card is saying differently. Pay attention to all the messages coming through feelings and dreams instead of relying on a logical approach to a problem. Maybe there's some answers in the dreams. Your keywords: the unconscious, doubt, decisions, dilemmas. There could be some sadness. There's the past that you need to deal with and the fear of dealing with the past, but you will get through it. You will deal with it. So there you go. This one is just showing you being responsible for what you do in yourself and remaining realistic. You just say, my mama never raised no fool. I'm about to start being one now. And deal with life as it is, as it comes. Dealing with your past, there might be I'm feeling a little something from your past that has been left a bitter taste in your mouth, as they say. It's been unpleasant. In order to get rid of that, so that it's not on you all the time and kind of buried in there, but it's always there, you need to fight with that to bring it out and to deal with it, to abolish it. It's just that simple. That may be raising a bit of fear, a bit of discomfort for you, this sort of a thing. So, and Heather Driscoll, thank you very much, Catherine. Heather Driscoll, you're up next. A general reading, Heather. All righty. I hope it does you some good, Catherine. Sometimes the cards can be hard-nosed, harsh. It wants you to take care of what needs to be taken care of, what should have been taken care of a while ago, a long time ago. Now it's time to deal with it. This is for Heather Driscoll. Heather wants a general card, please. She's open to whatever needs to come to her, whatever she needs to hear, whatever she needs to know. Please bring that forth for Heather, Spirit. Please bring that forth for Heather. Fog must be heavy out there in the bay tonight because that foghorn's busy. It's going off every 3 minutes on regulation time. Hello, my darling. How you doing, my baby? That's my bear bomb. I'll let you up in a minute. I'm right in the middle of a shuffle. Hold on a minute. This is for Heather Driscoll. A general card, please. A benefit Heather's life. Heather's moment. I'm going to cut the deck right here. Turn it over. What do we got? The King of the Ocean. In order is the prompt on this card for you, Heather. I got to let my baby up on the chair again. Come on. Ow, you made me bang my knee. All this back and forth, in and out. Come on. Come up and stay up if you're coming up. Come on. There. No, you can't come up front. You need to stay back. Okay? Because you just mess the cards and stuff up, and you'll want to stand right in front of the monitor. Okay, Heather Driscoll. We got the King of the Ocean. He represents order. Here we go with a little hard-nosed reality here, you might say. Self-discipline, I'm hearing, in order to accomplish things that need to be done. So I'm hearing there needs to be some self-discipline within yourself. Here's your card. Okay. This King of the Ocean is a symbol of order. So if chaos has ruled recently in your life, just know that order and balance is going to soon be restored. If any of your boundaries have been crossed in any way, you're going to be able to reassert your territory. And for this reason, he reveals an end to disputes as well. At home, you'll soon be getting more organized. And at work, good leadership and management reigns. As a person, the king is the ideal partner or stands for a father or a father figure. The advice is time to get your work. It's time to get your finances, even your home in order and take control to protect your assets because you are the one that has the power to make this happen. Keywords are focus, protection, wisdom, organization, authority, leadership, and boundaries as well. But I like the part for you about an end to disputes because order is going to be returned. Any of your boundaries have been crossed, they're going to be restored. You're going to be able to assert your territory. This is a beautiful thing. It just shows you overall, especially at your home, like getting more organized at work as well. It's time to get everything in order here. Work and finances and home life. And protect what is yours. You have every right to, and you have the ability as well. Take advantage of the ability. There you go. Get your life in order. You're the boss, lady of your own life. So doing everything right, putting everything the right way it needs to be. It's just a wonderful thing. So where are we right now as far as time goes? I think that's probably the last question. We could put up a last call or we're closing. Either one. Last call or we're closing. Yeah, so reiterate here what Jennifer just posted. If you haven't joined the channel yet, please do. Bay of Fundy Fortunes. Click the little notification bell that's right beside it, your subscribe button, to make sure that you get notifications, right? The other thing is, if you happen to be on Facebook, why don't you pop over and give us a visit there as well. Bea Funding Fortunes under groups on Facebook. It is closed and it is private. Anything that goes on within that group stays within that group. Okay? So, waiting for something to load up that Sarah had sent me. Is that spot on for you, Heather? That's a wonderful thing. Then it'll all work in your favor. I'm sure it will. Oh, I wish I could share this picture. Hummingbird, one of our moderators, known as Sarah, has been doing some canning, they call it. And she has bottled up 15 beautiful jars of homemade strawberry jam. And I'm dying here. I'm dying here. She's got a couple cases of strawberries sitting in the picture as well. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. Just beautiful. So much, Sarah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Ah, that's interesting, Sarah. Ah, well, the time has gone fast tonight. No, I didn't. No, I haven't, Jennifer. No, just from the other one, but not from this one, no. I think we're done for the night. I'll say something about it. Just give me a moment. I'm just trying to get that to come up again. Just bear with me, Jen. Why did you log me out when I said go? I'll be glad when I can shut PayPal down for the night because I'm just about out of patience with it. But no, there's nothing here. I already know that because I checked through email. There's nothing. No. No. That's it for the night. You can close her down for the night there, Jen, if you want to put that up that we're closed for the night. Heather, Leanne, I don't see you in either email list or PayPal list. You got to make a donation in order to get a question answered. I'm sorry. So we're going to close down for the night, anyways. That's what the whole mini readings are about. They're about the donations. But yeah, we're close enough to the third hour that we're going to close down. It's only 10 minutes away. So we're going to call it a night. I really appreciate everybody being here. Thank you very much, Jennifer, for you as well. And Sarah. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Facebook, so we'll see more of you. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you. Everybody's appreciated that comes in. I hope everybody takes something positive away from all the readings tonight. Take that 10 of Swords and make it count for something really, really good. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you very much. So it's time for me to get at 12:15 a.m. in my neck of the woods. Time for me to get my jammies on and curl up in the chair for a little bit, have a little bit to eat before I have a shot. and get ready to go to bed and stuff to do. I got private readings to do tomorrow, so. I hope everybody got something out of it, though. That's the main thing. The main thing. Yeah, your strawberries, your cans, they look beautiful, Sarah, just beautiful. So. Oh, that's okay, Heather. It's just the way it works. It's just the way the whole mini readings work. I don't sit here for 3 hours a couple times a week just for the fun of it. It is fun for me, but you know what I'm saying? So, and maybe next time round, Heather, if you want to show up, we'll be on again this week. This is the next 3, 4, 5 days, whatever. We'll be back. You can jump in on it then. So I think for right now, I'm going to say goodnight, everybody. I really appreciate you guys showing up here and being part of it. Even if you don't partake, your presence here is always appreciated as well. Your insight, putting your 2 cents in, this sort of a thing. Gotta love the world of the esoteric. Gotta love the moon and the stars, the universe itself. There's so much power there. And that's passed on to you. It's passed on to all of us. Um, and I'm grateful for those of you that walk on this trail and this path. We don't walk alone. We never walk alone. We may be small, but we're mighty. That's for darn sure. We're forced to be reckoned with when we've got the universe. When it has our back, yes. So much, so much, so much. Thank you once again, everybody, from the bottom of my heart. Please keep the peace and the love and the light within yourself so you can share it even more so with the rest of the world. Keep your integrity and your good intentions all front and center, and you'll be all right. Remember, at all times, 24/7, there's never any break. That you're living beneath the microscope of the universe. It knows all, it sees all. You can't fool the universe. You remember that, and you'll be all right. It can be life changing. So much love, appreciation, and gratitude for everybody here tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank you enough. And thank you for trusting me with your questions and your readings. That's very humbling within itself. Namaste. And we'll hope to see you all back here real soon for the next live readings from Bay of Fundy Fortunes. Goodbye for now, everybody.